Thunderstorms. So this is primarily to our south, but boy, they brought in some pretty active weather, especially across parts of Alabama and into Georgia as of last night going into this morning. And you can see here we still have some of the cloud cover that is in place from this system. This area of low pressure is going to be sliding to our south. Cloud cover is going to fade away as the day continues on. High pressure is going to start to increase across the region, and we should see pretty quiet conditions all the way through the rest of your Friday. And as we head into your Saturday, into the early part of next week, we have another cold front that's going to be knocking on our door as we go into your Sunday and as we head into your Monday, bringing in our next chance for some rain. But truth be told, folks, the rain, as of recently with some of our model runs, has kind of been shifted a little bit further off to the north. We'll see if this trend does continue. If it does continue, that's going to mean far less rain chances for us here across East Tennessee, but we'll continue to model, or we'll continue to watch these long range models and where we're starting to see some of this precipitation again kind of lay out. So here's a look at your Monday. You notice most of this rain for areas north of I-40. Monday looks like it's going to be a little bit of a wetter day, potentially with some scattered showers in place. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, again, both of our long-range models kind of giving us a little bit more of a northerly shift of this with some pretty active weather trying to push its way through parts of Alabama, and now it's kind of slowly starting to taper off. We'll continue to see more sunshine as the day moves forward. High pressure is going to be sliding into our region. A relatively quiet and comfortable overnight with lows into the 30s and 40s. Tomorrow, sunshine is going to continue to dominate our forecast as this area of high pressure slides off to our southeast. It's going to help to draw in some warmer air as we continue to head into the weekend and into the early part of next week. Another cold front's going to be knocking on our door as we go into the early part of next week. We should be relatively dry still through most of your Sunday with cloud cover continuing to increase, but rain chances into the early part of next week looking more likely, but models are kind of gearing this rain a little bit further off to our north. Both of our long-range models at this moment have just made a recent shift with this kind of northern trend of heavier moisture. Of course, we'll continue to watch this. I do expect to see some spotty showers as we head into your Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, I have about a 20% chance for rain on both of these days. Looks like rain showers will be possible, especially for areas to our north. We'll continue to see weather. A wonderful start to your Friday. As you head outside, we're forecasting temperatures to get back into the middle 60s today. A beautiful day here across East Tennessee. Upper 60s arrive as we head throughout the day tomorrow. Similar story as we go into your Sunday. I mean, the weekend, folks, like I'm telling you, it's one of those weekends where you really do want to embrace it, but we're entering into that time of year where we get to say that a lot more often, which is so exciting. Meteorological spring actually starts this Sunday, which music to my ears. We do have cloud cover that is in place this morning. This cold front is going to be sliding to our south. High pressure is going to be increasing. This area of high pressure is going to help to draw in that warmer air that will be in place this weekend. The question that I have going into next week is this next cold front. So this next frontal boundary is going to be pushing in from the north, and it's expected to bring in some rain showers into next week. The question is, where's the bullseye for some of this heaviest rain going to be? Because originally it was a little bit further south. Now it's kind of shifted a little bit further off to the north. So there still is some uncertainty when it comes to who's going to be seeing a bulk of this moisture next week. Temperature wise, models do show a pretty nice warming trend with highs getting back into the 60s and 70s. We're going to give you a glimpse now of your storms. In fact, some of these storms were actually pretty strong as they were pushing through parts of Alabama. This was kind of late last night into the early morning hours today. We should see fairly quiet conditions for the rest of your weekend. Saturday and Sunday we'll have more sunshine. Cloud cover slowly going to start to increase as we head into your Sunday night, all ahead of our next cold front. It's going to be knocking on our door into the early part of next week. There is a lot of uncertainty when it comes to how much rain we're going to be seeing next week, because originally our long-range models had this bulk of moisture over us here across East Tennessee. Recent model runs have kind of shifted a little bit further to the north. We'll see if it does shift a little bit further to the south, but it may not be quite as wet as what models were once showing. I do expect to see more rain as we go into your Monday, still our south. In fact, across parts of Alabama, we had some pretty strong storms that moved into parts of near Birmingham late last night. We even had a severe thunderstorm warning just outside of our viewing area here in East Tennessee. For the most part today, a lot of this cloud cloud cover is going to continue to clear on out. Could see a few spotty showers up into the higher elevations in North Carolina. High pressure will continue to increase. Warmer air will move into the region. And we're going to continue to see a fairly dry and beautiful forecast as we go into your Saturday and Sunday. Cloud cover will increase as we go into your Sunday. I don't foresee much in the form of rain through the rest of this work week and into the weekend. But next week, folks, we do have a little bit more of an unsettled weather pattern in place. The question is, who's going to see the most of this rain? Because at one point it kind of looked like the heaviest rain was going to stay closer to us here across East Tennessee. Now with some of our recent model runs, both of our long range models have kind of shifted this rain a little bit further off to our north. So that's going to impact rainfall totals. We'll continue to watch this and see if this trend does carry on. But that's been some recent developments that we've kind of had into the overnight hours.